It is a cold morning in Mongolia, and Dashevig Dorsharin prepares milk tea, just as his ancestors have done for centuries. The first offering is always made to the sun. In this cold, harsh climate, the sun is considered the source of all life. Tradition remains strong here. Dashevig's extended family lives 3 generations together in this temporary compound of tents known as gurs. For Dashevig's family, a herd of several dozen goats, sheep, and yaks are their livelihood. The yaks are milked every morning. Milk then is often made into yogurt and cheese, common staples of a herder diet. Livestock is sometimes sold for money, and every spring, thick cashmere wool is combed from goats and sold. The herder's life is as harsh as the land itself. Winters are particularly long and tough. In many places, temperatures drop to as low as -30 degrees centigrade. Tending the herd means weathering the elements, no matter what the conditions. Like all herder families, when the conditions call, this family will pack up and move in search of greener pastures for their livestock to graze. A quarter of Mongolia's population, of almost 3 million, live this nomadic existence, embracing traditions that trace back generations. In most of this vast landscape, for herders, there's no access to basic infrastructure, no paved roads, no running water, no access to electricity, and life can be one of isolation. But, like most herders, the Dashevig family got recently connected to the outside world. They now have electricity to charge mobile phones and to provide power for radios and televisions, thanks to this portable solar energy. So this is where our solar panels are. Here is one panel, and this is one we have acquired through the project. When it is straight, it can catch the sun almost all day long. That's why we have installed it like this. With the help of the World Bank, the government has made it possible for most Mongolian herder families to have one of these units. It gives them the electricity they need to light up their world. The light is switched on like this. It is switched on now. This bulb was purchased from the project as well. Mongolia's electricity grid reaches only some of the towns and villages across the country, but the sun reaches everywhere. Mongolia averages a staggering 250 sunny days a year, which is why it is called the land of the blue sky. Mongolia is one of the world's fastest growing economies, thanks to a boom in mining. The population in the capital city, Ulaanbaatar, has swelled to over 1 million people, with many here seeking the fortunes and lifestyle that the countryside cannot offer.
So Ulaanbaatar is seeing a lot of change, but the countryside is not seeing that much change. And Mongolia is one of the least densely populated countries in the world. It's 3 times the size of France for a 2.8 million population. The population in the countryside is mostly made of nomadic herders, and that makes the delivery of services very difficult.
To meet this challenge, the Mongolian government made it a goal to provide solar electricity to 100,000 herder families, in fact, reaching more than 500,000 people, then called on the World Bank to help scale up and speed up this program. How to get modern electrification in a low-tech environment, how to reach a remote nomadic population, and how to make the benefits last. Puji and Magara are project managers who have applied many of the experiences from similar projects around the world. But still, Mongolia has unique characteristics. Since herders are frequently on the move, they need solar home systems that are also portable, something that is low-tech, low-cost, and reliable. Packing up a compound can take up to half a day. The time it took to take down this single tent of wooden slats and felt, 30 minutes, including the time it takes to set up the solar unit. It's portable. It also has to be affordable.
So as you can see, the herders here, they live a very modest life. And what we want to do through this project is improve the quality of life for these herders. So what we do is that we recognize that affordability is an issue, so that about half of the cost of these solar home systems are provided through a grant from the government of the Netherlands to buy down the cost, to make it more affordable for these herders. But at the same time, the herders also, they value these products. It is something that is very important to them. It directly improves their lives. So they have a strong appreciation for that. So because of that, they also pay for half of that. And what that ultimately also allows is for us to increase the number, given the funding that is available, increase the number of solar home systems that are ultimately provided to the herders.
Herders Batar Kanda and his son Angtavan Batar have come to buy a solar system in this small appliance store in the northwestern Mongolian town of Moron. It is one of 50 private sales and service centers that has been selected to sell and maintain solar home systems from the project. Batar Kandar pays the value of about 2 goats, that is roughly a month's income for an average herder. Since they use their hard-earned money, herders have an interest in maintaining the units in good condition and learning how to best operate it. The owner of the Sales and Service Center, Barnasan, makes money by selling the project's subsidized solar home systems along with other appliances and electronic goods, and Barnasan has been trained to perform small repairs. Now that herders have electricity, they want to buy light bulbs, radios, televisions, even mobile telephones, and other electronics, stimulating economic activity and creating a completely new market in the countryside. Batar Kanda is looking forward to an improved lifestyle. It is wonderful that the country is developing. A few years ago, country herders used to manage their lives with candles and lanterns. The change in the life of herders between then and now is like night and day. Personally, I believe that the quality of life in the countryside and the city are now about the same. Batar Kanda and his son are staying with relatives in the village. They will soon take the solar home system back to their ger. They were willing to make the trip to the Sales and Service Center. There is a network of 50 sales and service centers established by the project throughout Mongolia, with at least one in each province. Many herders have access to quality systems at affordable prices within a reasonable distance. But for some, even this sizable network is too far away. So Barnasan, the owner of the Sales and Service Center, hits the road to extend his reach, making good use of his off-road vehicle. He travels to sell his products and even repair them if necessary. I go to rural areas and help set up the solar home systems. They're actually quite easy to put together. Most of our herders are able to install and uninstall units by themselves, also to operate them properly. But if anyone has problems with the installation, we help with that. Barnasan works closely with an existing network of government administrators that are present in every Mongolian village. An effective partnership between private providers and the government, which allows the project to reach even the most remote parts of the country. Herders place their orders, and the governor in charge of rural affairs handles the orders, receives actual units, stores them, and distributes. And because not all herders have the cash to pay for the solar home systems, private providers like Barnason negotiate with local banks to extend small loans to the herders. Access to finance increases demand, and for Barnason, that means more business. Additionally, technology in these remote parts of the world has to be reliable. The program's solar home systems are certified to be rugged and simple, and they come with a warranty in case there is a problem. There are cheaper, substandard units available, like this one nailed down on a homemade stand of tree branches. We bought this panel in the market, and it did not come with a base. It is difficult to turn it around. We made our own base, but you can't really move it. And it is not very reliable, although we have had it only for 4 or 5 months. The family is much happier with the portable solar home system they purchased through the program. It's adjustable and sturdy enough to withstand the harsh winds that blow across the barren landscape. And it is easy to pack up when they move their gur. 100,000 solar home systems delivered. That became a big news item in Mongolia. I want to celebrate this great milestone today. 100,146 herder families now have solar home systems. It is important to note that renewable energy is now becoming widespread. Before, only a small number of families had solar power. But now, solar home systems have become commonplace.
It is quite an achievement because it was an ambitious target. So we would very much like to commend the leadership of the Minister and the Ministry of Energy.
In little over a decade, the 100,000 Solar Gur electrification program has managed to provide portable solar electricity to herder families in every remote corner of Mongolia. The herders are well informed now. They know everything about current events. They receive information in real time, minute to minute, about everything that's going on in the life of the country. There are opportunities to learn and explore. For us herders, it is vitally important to receive information on current market prices of raw materials in a timely manner. The new lifestyle pays off when herders sell products such as cashmere wool. They have learned about going prices from TV or radio. They can sell at the right time for the right price and earn more money. Light bulbs, television, radio. Life has improved a lot. And thanks to solar power, the evenings for this extended family have become longer under electric light, giving them more time to relax from a hard day's work, read, enjoy the TV and radio, and each other's company. Somehow, the new lifestyle fits with long-held traditions that people should live in harmony with the sun. In the olden days, during the time of Emperor Genghis Khan, everything was said to turn sunwise, along the path of the sun. The bottle is turned sunwise. Belts are put on sunwise. Robes are drawn closed sunwise. Many things followed the path of the sun. A new generation, still beholden to the sun, not only to light up their days, but now their future as well.